Andor Season 2, Episode 9 star Genevieve reilly has commented on a subtle moment involving Mon Mothma, and she is right, it is much more thematically important than you think. Andor Season 2, Episode 9's ending sees Mon Mothma ferried off of Coruscant, tying into an episode from Star Wars Rebels Season 3. This comes after Mon made a speech linked to the Gorman massacre of Andor Season 2, Episode 8, denouncing the Emperor's crimes and abandoning the Imperial Senate, thus fully committing herself to Star Wars Rebel Alliance. This was not only a massive turning point for Andor Season 2's overall story but also the wider Star Wars saga. This moment allows Mon to begin growing the already fledgling Rebel Alliance on Yavin 4 exponentially, eventually leading to their outright opposition to the Empire in the original Star Wars trilogy. Mon's speech, her escape from Coruscant, and her arrival on Yavin are all big gestures that typify how big a watershed moment Andor Season 2, Episode 9 is for Star Wars movies and shows, yet a more subtle, one-off moment is more important than you may have initially thought. Genevieve reilly has commented on the meaning of her costume change in Andor Season 2, Episode 9. Reilly thought it meant a great deal to the character. Mon Mothma walking away from her cloak next to Cassian in Andor Season 2, Episode 9, 2025. The smaller moment in question came as Cassian and Mon Mothma began to flee the Imperial Senate building. Mon Mothma drops her blue cloak to the ground, trading it for Cassian's as a means of making her less noticeable to pursuing Imperial agents. Although this moment could easily be written off as a simply change of costume to keep Mon hidden, it actually has a deeper symbolic meaning. This comes straight from Genevieve reilly, the member of Andor Season 2's cast who has portrayed Mon Mothma since Star Wars, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Reilly commented on the dropping of Mon's blue cloak, insisting, to reilly, the shedding of the cloak that Mon likely links to the Imperial Senate was a turning point for the character. Mon loses her Imperial robes and wears a cloak tied intrinsically to the rebellion, proving how this is a bigger moment than it seems in Andor Season 2, Episode 9. Mon Mothma's clothing change is consistent with the character's original trilogy appearance. Mon's future stems from this moment. What then makes Mon's clothing change in Andor Season 2 all the more important is that it remains this way throughout the original trilogy. After Cassian retrieves his coat, Mon is never seen wearing overly colorful clothes again in her other Star Wars appearances. For instance, Mon appeared in Rogue One. Her scenes in this movie show her wearing simple white or grey robes without any real colorful adornments. Mon's first appearance in the Star Wars franchise, at least in release order, came in Return of the Jedi. Then played by Caroline Blakiston, Mon Mothma's clothing was again very similar to how it is depicted in Rogue One. Thanks to these appearances, Mon shedding her cloak in Andor is made even more thematically resonant, as she retains that look throughout her fight with the Empire. Ahsoka Season 1 solidifies how important Andor Season 2's Mon Mothma moment was. Mon symbolically returns to life. Mon Mothma looking terrified at the idea of Thrawn in Ahsoka. Finally, the last element of the Star Wars saga that makes Mon's cloak moment from Andor Season 2, Episode 9 important is found in Ahsoka Season 1. Reilly appeared as Mon in a few episodes of the 2023 show, this time wearing a similar blue cloak to the one she wore in Andor. The initial cloak being shed symbolized her turning point, resulting in her wearing neutral clothing to emulate the bleak horrors of the war she committed to fighting for years. In Ahsoka Season 1, she returned to more colorful clothing. The reason for this is the formation of Star Wars New Republic, with Mon having played a major part in winning the war against the Empire and restoring a benevolent democracy. After winning and abolishing the Empire, Mon chose to put on her colorful cloaks once more, thematically tying up the end of her journey that began in Andor and rendering the initial shedding of the cloak an increasingly important start point for another of her arcs.